Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to all my Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you are cross-watching for a Scorpio, welcome and thank you for joining us. Let's get started with your card, Scorpio. I just want to remind everybody that we have some planets in retrograde. We have Venus, we have Jupiter and Saturn in retrograde. Venus will be in retrograde until the 25th of this month. But Venus being in retrograde, the zodiac signs associated with Venus is Libra and Taurus. We also have Uranus in Taurus right now. So what's happening for a lot of people during the planets being in retrograde and then also Uranus being in Taurus, that just simply means that you're reviewing love relationships, and that could be self-love, that could be family love, that could be romantic love. That means that you guys are renewing, or we all are renewing a lot of things going on in our lives, how we view obstacles. We are on a journey to inner freedom. That's another part. That's part of the Uranus being in Taurus right now. And so with the planets being in retrograde, sometimes we don't understand why we're doing what we're doing, but it's great to know what's happening when planets are in retrograde. That doesn't mean that the planets are going backwards. It appears it could be going backwards, but actually it's sort of slowing down so that you can take some time to review some areas of your life. And relationship seems to be out of all, whether it be relationships, romantic relationships, relationship with yourself, or relationship with family, seems to be like really the overarching theme of what's happening right now. A lot of people are just reviewing things. It's not just about an ex. I know last week I got a lot of cards for exes stalking people, but I think people are in a different headspace right now. They're thinking about, you know, just healing through and through. I have an amethyst here. I have two amethysts here. But what amethyst represents is transformation. It also represents protection. It represents addiction release. So, you know, having an amethyst with you will release that addiction from either you being addicted to your ex or your ex being addicted to you, or it could be another addiction to like toxic and unhealthy relationships in your family. You know, like I said, the overarching theme really for these planets being in retrograde and then also Uranus being in Taurus is that inner freedom. Like, what is it that's keeping you bound? Also, this rose quartz that I have here, which it's powerful when you're thinking about love, compassion, kindness, and tenderness. It's attached to your heart chakra, you know, so a lot of people right now in reviewing relationships are thinking about healing from heartbreak, attracting new love into their lives, opening their hearts to a new level of forgiveness, compassion, and more love, whether it's love for yourself, love for family, and romantic love. So let's get into the cards and see exactly what the cards say for you, Scorpio. Like I said, Scorpios, excuse me, Scorpios are very focused, very brave, they're loyal, they are filled with faith, and they are quite ambitious. Let's get started and see what the cards have for you. Okay. I'm pulling a lot of the same cards. I see some new ones, but I'm pulling a lot of the same cards for my for the signs that I've been pulling today. If you're just joining us, this is for the Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And as I said before, Venus is in retrograde right now, but so is Jupiter and Saturn. And then we have Uranus in Taurus right now, which is affecting everybody. It affects the Taurus the most, but it's affecting everybody. Okay, the first card that we have is Seven of Pentacles, okay? This is money. This is representing the pentacles, also known as coins on some cards, represent your journey to money and wealth. The signs associated with pentacles is the Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, right? But Scorpio, you have put in the work, okay? You have put in the work, and like I said, a lot of readings that I was getting for people last week was just to, you know, close the door on an ex situation, lock it, and double both the doors. It appears that this is what you did. You just said, I'm done. I'm just done. Like, I'm not going back and forth anymore. Your tears have watered this ground, and look at the fruits of your labor. This is a new beginning for you. This is what I'm getting. This is what the universe is giving me. Thank you, universe, for this, what you're giving me for every one of these astrological signs here. But Scorpio, a lot of people are taking that same stance. They've done the work, you know, this time of COVID-19 where people are quarantined and people are in a space of complete and total healing, you know, going to a therapist, sitting down, talking to people, you know, flushing all the things out of their lives is just not serving their higher purpose. You're no different. You've been doing the same thing. You have been really thinking about, like, listen, I'm just on a different path spiritually. You know, I think a lot of people are in a very different path spiritually, and they're just not dealing with a whole bunch of stuff anymore. And look, this right here, 5 of Swords. The Swords represents your journey to intellect and power. That's the air signs, okay? So this is, you're putting a lot of energy into yourself. You know, you know that putting this energy into yourself, like this self-love, this self-care, putting yourself first, going after your goals, because this is what I'm getting from you, that you're going after your goals. That's why you're ambitious. You're walking by faith and not by fear. You're brave and you're focused. But this is what this is telling me, is that you are putting the work into yourself. Like, you're taking the time. Look at this. See, your tears have watered the earth. This is the fruit of your labor, okay? But for the last time, you had to put this situation to bed. Like I said, this is a non-judgment zone. I think everybody has been with that, at least one person in their lives that they've gone back and forth to, and tried to revisit and try to work things out, because you're hoping that the next time you get back with that person, they would have changed. But then you go back and they seem like they changed at first because you've changed, but then you fall back into that same rhythm of toxicity, right? So, but this time, no, not anymore. You're like, I'm done. What's also coming to mind, Scorpio, is that with this person that you walked away with from the last time, is that you kind of got a precursor, or you got a what is it? It's a so the first time, or maybe the time before, maybe not the first time, because I want to be specific when I say this. The time before, where you walked away from this person, you guys took a couple of months or years off, right? You did your thing, they did theirs. And the fruits of your labor produced a lot, plenty, the Pentacles. You had everything that you needed. For some reason, you felt like, maybe I can give this person a try again. This is what I'm getting for you, Scorpios. But when you went back, it was not too far off from what you experienced with them before. But this time it's different. You said, I'm just done. I am just completely done. I'm putting all this attention into myself. I'm going after my dreams, whether that means going back to school, starting a business, whatever. You have laser focus, okay? You are faithful that it's going to work out on your behalf this time, and it is. And you're extremely ambitious. So you're going after that. Look at this, the sun. Look at this. You come through the mountains. This is you in a posture of just healing, receiving energy from the sun. Okay? You're powerful. I mean, really powerful, Scorpio. Now, when we think about the sun, we all need the sun. We need that vitamin D, right? And the benefits of vitamin D. This is something I want you guys to look up, the benefits of vitamin D coming. But you've been through the mountains. You're healed. You're happy. You know, your skin is clear. Your hair is healthy. You look like you've been drinking gallons of water every single day. You're just looking good, right? Don't go back, and I don't think I even need to tell you this time, Scorpio. Don't go back to something that made you have to cry and remember a time like, I went back again. Okay, last time I went out, you know, the universe, the Most High God in the universe blessed me with a nice roof over my head, whether it's a new house, a new apartment, or whatever. I got a new car, you know. you know, I was looking great, and here I am thinking I'm gonna go back and pick this person back up, and we're gonna have this great life together. I'm gonna show this person, hey, I can do it, but let's build together. You're not even on that plane anymore. You just said, you know what, this is all about me, and it's okay to be all about you. Look at you, shining and glistening in the sun, looking great. Okay, listen. You've been through all of this stuff before. I'm getting an X, and I haven't gotten X energy from the other cards, but I'm getting X, like a strong X here, like strong X energy. Listen, you're strong. You have a lot to give, a lot of emotions, a lot of creativity to give. This stuff around you is distractions. But guess what? You've already put in the work. You are strong. You are transformed. You are protected. You are released from any addictions, from any past. And don't misunderstand me, Scorpio. We're not talking about drug addiction. We're talking about addiction from a relationship, feeling like you needed to be in a relationship to be happy, whole, and healthy. Look, you're happy, whole, and healthy by yourself. You're just happy. Look at this. Three of Swords. You experience heartbreak on a level that a lot of people won't admit to, but because you tapped into yourself, because you've done the self-care, because you thought about some things, you were real honest with yourself, Scorpio. You realize, I've experienced some heartbreak that I don't ever want to feel again, excuse me. So I'm going to do the work on myself. I'm going to focus on loving myself. I'm not going to break my own heart. I'm just going to fix this. I'm going to fix this right now. I'm not letting any half-stepping people come into my life anymore. You're not allowing that to happen, Scorpio. So let's pull some more cards and see what we have for you. But yeah, so many people are on this journey of, like, you know, listen, let go, let God in the universe. A lot of people are on that energy, and you're no different. This is some good stuff. Wow. Okay, Four of Swords. Look at you. You are in a rest position. But see, here's the transformation part. This is where the transformation comes in, Scorpio. You are in a rest position, but you have a sword in your hand and you have swords at your disposal, right? This is because you've been through so much, Scorpio. That person put you through hell, quite frankly. You've accepted them back, only to be disappointed and heartbroken again. So this time you're on guard, just in case. Just in case. But look, it's okay to feel this, like, because your heart has been completely broken. Your tears have watered the soil, you know, the back and forth and the back and forth, because you had hope. But that's all of us. We've all been there where we've had hope. We've cried at night when nobody was looking. We try to put on a brave face, all those other things. But this is all about you, Scorpio. You're like, listen, I'm not going back there anymore. No freaking way. Like I said, Uranus being in Taurus right now is about inner freedom. That's about self-esteem, okay? Justifiably, you are in this position because your heart has been broken. This Ace of Cups right here, Cups energy, that's water, okay? That's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. The Ace of Cups, your creative juices are flowing. You have, and you have a lot of emotional expression, right? So creatively, this is something that I believe that you're going to tap back into, your creative juices. And remember, being creative could be in corporate America. It could be in a singing, writing, poetry, painting. It could be in any profession. But I believe that the focus is so much on you at this point, Scorpio, that you're not even going to give yourself time to have your heart broken. And watch how you come out. Look, this is temptation, right? There may be periods of time where you start to think a little bit about your ex, because right now we're still in retrograde. And then two, even though Venus in retrograde will end June 25th, but Jupiter and Saturn being in retrograde, you're still thinking about a lot of things, and just relationships with yourself, the relationship with your family, romantic relationships. You're just thinking about a lot of stuff because you felt like this relationship with your ex was going to last forever. You know, I'm getting like a lifetime commitment, whether you are legally married or not. But that's what I'm getting for my Scorpios, that you really felt like this relationship is going to last forever. So there's a lot of temptations around you, a lot of temptations. And that temptation has you sitting on the edge here, thinking, introspection. You're sitting here thinking about all these things. But all the gifts that you have, all the opportunities and gifts that you have are just amazing. So I really, really want you to get out of your head. Even though you closed that door, you locked it, you double bolted the door, because these planets are in retrograde right now, you kind of torn between that inner freedom and possibly being in a relationship. You'd be surprised at how long some people will stay in a relationship, because that's what they're accustomed to. It feels like a safe place and a safe space for them. And this right here, look at on this card, this snake right here. Some people are very, very crafty. I keep hearing gaslight, gaslight, gaslight for quite a few people, because the reason why it hurts so bad, Scorpio, is because this person kept trying to make you feel like you played just as much role in the demise of the relationship that they played. And maybe they did, but you're on a whole, and maybe you did, but you're on a whole nother level of self-love. You've forgiven yourself. You've not only forgiven your ex, but you've forgiven yourself. This is what you're sitting here thinking about. You have nothing but compassion in your heart. And so this love that you're thinking about right now is self-love. That's where the focus is. And look at this, the Princess of Swords. This is your power. This is your power right here. This is your power, Scorpio. You don't have time for the foolishness. You don't have time for the foolishness anymore. And so even though it may be a little difficult moving to this place of feeling like you got your power back, you're lively, you're inquisitive. This is a part of the learning piece. Remember, we just moved through the full moon in Sagittarius, the lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, where people were thinking about taking up a new craft. You have laser focus right now, Scorpio, and it's all about you. It's about learning something new. And look at this, Queen of Wands. Look at you. Just look at you. Just look at you, Scorpio. Okay? You have that femininity. You have a great balance of femininity and strength. Right? The strength that sometimes people try to associate it with masculine energy. But again, this is for my feminine and masculine energy, right? But you are vivacious. You are authentic. You're dynamic. Because those character traits that you've always had inside of you, being focused, brave, loyal, faithful, and ambitious, those things never left you. But it's amazing how a love can come in our on our path in life and break us down, break our hearts, and leave us doubting ourselves, right? You're just on a journey to self-love, and you've been on the journey to self-love, but now it's on another notch of self-love. It's like, okay, you know what? I'm going to take up a new craft. I'm going back to school. I have laser focus. I'm ambitious. I believe that I believe I deserve a raise on my job. So if that means that I got to go take some classes and do whatever I need to do, that's what I'm going to do. But you're vivacious. Like, look at all those beautiful colors behind you. Look at you. You will even welcome love, but you're not going to welcome love that's why you have your wand in your hand. You're not going to welcome a new love into your life if they're half-stepping. You're not playing around. You even have a flower in your hair. That's you embodying your feminine energy. And this is for, like I said, masculine, feminine. It could be male, female, in a male or female body. But this is you. You have let down your guards a little bit in the area of love. But a person coming into your life shouldn't get it twisted. You are very focused and very ambitious. You've been there, done that. You've been brokenhearted before. You've been brokenhearted before. Look at all these swords just through your heart. These 3 swords just straight through your heart. Broke your heart. You've been there before. But this is who you are today. This is who you are, Scorpio. You're in love with yourself. You put the work in. Nobody, I don't care, family member, new love, whatever. You are so in love with yourself. You've done so much work to improve yourself. People can't come back into your life half-stepping. It's not even about that anymore. It's like, okay, nope. I love myself too much to even accept anybody playing games. Okay, what is this? Don't let your pride get in the way. I got another one. I got this for someone else. Full moon in Leo. Okay, Leo, fire sign, taking action, spirituality. Okay, like I said, you've done the work. You don't have time to play games with anybody. You've already been brokenhearted. You've let that person come back into your life more than once, only to find out you should have just left the door closed. You should have left it locked. But that's okay. We've all been there. Let's see. What's another oracle card? Universe, please give me some more information for the Scorpio. All right. Let's see. What does this say? Observe. Border Patrol. When I'm looking at this, Border Patrol, what came to mind for me, Scorpio, and what the universe is giving me for you on this one is you are so focused on self-love right now and self-preservation and putting yourself first at all times because you're healed from that broken heart, that you have a border around you very, very thick. You're not playing. If people aren't coming into your life treating you right, loving you the way that you love yourself, in the same manner that you love yourself, you have no problem with ending it. None. That is romantic, that's family, and that's self-love. Even when you start to go back in your mind and start to doubt yourself, you're tempted to doubt yourself as like how you love yourself or look or whatever the case may be, you're going to even did that in your mind. That's part of self-love, right? This one says, a great teaching is in watching your mind process and do nothing at all. Be a stalker of the mind. This is you, self-care, self-love, healing, forgiving yourself. Scorpio, this is watch thoughts passing with no judgment and moral concepts. The knack of meditation and the rest. This is this rest phase that you're in right here. Of the warrior spirit. OMG. I'm telling you guys, I can't make this up. This is the warrior spirit and rest phase. Is simply to watch. For example, to observe this painting, feel the tone of the colors, experience the passion behind the ancient symbols, and move into a spirit from which it was created. Sense the movement of air from the hummingbird's wings and the impeccability of its nature. He is a great warrior beyond compare, as are you. Okay, Scorpio? Hummingbirds are extremely territorial, passionately defending their airspace. This is you. You set those borders. You're not joking around, Scorpio. Like, this is all about me now. Medicine bundles are symbols reminding the owner of proper thought and action as guardians of your own airspace. We too must exude the passion, grace, and beauty of the hummingbird. This is you, Scorpio. In rest position, but those boundaries are set. You're not joking around. You've invested too much into self-care and self-love to allow anything to come in and infiltrate that. You're not going back to heartbreak anymore. You're not. I'm so happy for you, Scorpio. This has been your reading for today. And again, this is for my Scorpio sun, moon, and rising. If you are a cross watcher, thank you so much for joining us, and you are always welcome. Thank you again, Scorpios. This has been your reading. Have a great day.